swear by the Almighty God that the evidence I shall give to this commission shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Could you kindly state your names, please?
My names are Edward Anthony Gomez.
Where do you live?
I live in Kololi.
What work do you do?
I'm a legal practitioner.
How long have you been practicing law?
38 years.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Mr. Gomez, you were summoned to assist the Commission clarify a matter concerning two documents that are before the Commission tendered in connection to the sale of Kairaba Beach Hotel.
Okay.
Kairaba Beach Hotel.
Yes.
I believe the investigators have shown you the documents.
Yes.
I'm going to show you two exhibits. Exhibit MS-103, which is a sale agreement of landed property known as Kairaba, but signed on behalf of the sellers by one Catherine Tamba. The document was not registered. We don't have a registered copy, let me put it that way, but it's stamped, Register General, dated 18th April 2005. It also has a Commissioner of Stamp Duty stamp as received. And it appears to have been endorsed by yourself, Edward A. Gomez, Esquire, Gomez Law Chambers, Carnifing South, KSMD. That's Exhibit 103. Then we have MS-92G, whose contents appear to be identical, but signed on behalf of the seller by one Robert Ashwanden, and he did date when he signed, that is on the 24th June 2004. Again, this one is a registered copy, and it's registered as serial registration number 248/2005, volume 68 KD. It's stamped Register General, same date, 18 April 2005. Same stamp, Commissioner of Stamp Duties, and seems to be endorsed by yourself. Identical endorsement at the back, which is the engrossment, 8th day of June 2004 for both documents. I'd like you to take a look at these documents first. These documents, your engrossment at the back of this document indicates that you were the transaction lawyer.
Yes.
Could you explain, if you can, the two documents and the differences?
Well, I've seen the documents, and I've seen the endorsement bearing my name and dated the 8th day of June 2004. Both documents carry the endorsement. That is right.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said that is right. The endorsements
Yes,
bear my name and signature.
yes. Both documents.
Yes.
Okay. you prepared both documents.
I did not prepare any of the documents. I was presented with a fait accompli, including the document bearing my signature. I did not see the main text, neither this one nor the other one. And I'm talking bearing in mind the sacred oath I've taken. All I was presented was this, which I signed. That is the endorsement.
Who presented it to you?
Madam, I tried yesterday as much as possible to jog my memory, if I could remember, but it has been a long time now. I cannot really, in all sincerity, tell this honorable.
So you're saying you were just given the page.
That is correct.
That bears the engrossment.
That is correct.
And you engrossed it.
I did.
You did serve in the public service? You did serve in the public service?
I did.
During which years and in which positions?
I served as an officer, first as a cadet officer in 1965.
Cadet officer in which institution?
Then the field force.
Okay.
And after 6 months initial training, I proceeded to the United Kingdom to an institution called Mons Officer Cadet School, a military institution, where I graduated as a second lieutenant.
Apart from being a cadet officer, which other positions did you serve in?
I served in the position of commander in the police force.
Now, you served in the Ministry of Justice.
Sorry?
You served in the Ministry of Justice.
Yes, I did.
As Minister of Justice.
As Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
During which years?
The period.
Yes.
2010 to 2012.
So on the 8th June 2004, you were in private practice?
I was in private practice.
Mr. Gomez, as colleagues at the bar, we would like you to be able to explain, because by signing this document as the transaction lawyer, you were taking a certain responsibility. So it seems to me rather unusual for you to tell us that you were presented just with what is commonly known as the backing, and you appended your signature to it.
Yes.
We'll need to, I think, a better explanation. At least I think the commissioners would need a better explanation to endorse why you would do that, having regard to then the responsibility you were assuming.
Well, the backings were presented to me by someone, I cannot fully remember now, who came from State House and asked that I endorse this because they were needed immediately. And I'm telling Madam that I didn't see the main text, the main conveyance of the document. Well, suffice it for me to say, with all candor, that was a period when compliance was expected rather than defiance, cooperation and not confrontation. We all know the era I'm talking about, the period of time.
Mr. Gomez, let me just say that even in 2004,
yes,
there were many lawyers practicing at the bar.
Yes.
Why would the State House come to you to do this, which, as you know, would not be consistent with the rules of practice? Why you? Did you have any special relationship with the ex-president?
I wish I could answer your question. I didn't have any special relationship with the president.
Were you acting as his lawyer during this period?
I was not acting as his lawyer. I was definitely not acting as his lawyer.
So what explanation was given to you about this transaction?
That this document was urgent and that I needed to sign it and that there are people waiting. And that they are giving orders for me to sign this document. And if I may say, that those were days when I believe that it would not have been prudent to go against the decision or wishes of certain people in power, in the corridors of power. And under the circumstances, the instinct of self-preservation dictated that I did what I was told to do, not out of my own volition.
As far as you are concerned, then, by endorsing it, who were you acting for?
I was not acting for anybody. I was simply presented documents to endorse and to be taken back. I never saw the parties. I don't know who and who is buying or who is selling.
Okay. Now, the document, the parties to the transaction, on the face of the transaction, are Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company as the vendors, and Muhammad Abdul Mohsen Al-Karafi and Sons as the purchaser. Millennium, the evidence before this commission is that Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company was the company associated with the president. What can you tell this commission about Millennium Industrial and General Trading Company?
Madam, I'm telling you, bearing in oath that I took, that I do not know this entity, and I do not know who their representatives were. I don't have the slightest inkling. And Madam, if I may also say, looking at the backing which I signed, it would appear that the print may not have been from the same machine and may not even have been contemporaneous.
Who is Catherine Tamba?
Captain?
Catherine Tamba.
I don't know who Kathleen Tamba is.
You don't know any Catherine Tamba?
No.
Now, Mr. Gomez, in relation to your relationship with the president, we note from the evidence that has been adduced before this commission that you made a deed of gift of property in Sukuta to the president. It's part of our records.
That is correct.
What was your relationship with him? Why would you make a deed of gift to the president?
There was no relationship as such. He needed it and asked for it, and I succumbed and I gave it to him. Not for a single dalasi, a single
he needed?
Pardon?
I didn't catch what you, sorry, I didn't hear what you said, the first part of your answer.
He needed the property.
He needed the?
He needed the property.
He needed the property?
Yes. And that was indicated to me.
He approached you?
Not directly, through an intermediary.
Mr. Gomez,
yes.
We missed something. Who needed the property?
The president.
The ex-president.
Then President Yahya Jammeh.
Thank you.
And my understanding was that he was going to establish an estate. But then later, I got to realize that he had given the property to a company called Universal Properties Limited, and the property was partitioned and sold. But I'm saying here for everyone to understand that I did not receive a single, not dalasi, but single butut for the said property.
Okay. I'm at least for me, trying to understand your role in this. All right. That is your evidence. Did you act for the president in other transactions?
Not any that I can remember.
Do you know who prepared the sale agreement?
The sale agreement.
Yes, the ones you engrossed. You
Is the
said
fir-
you did not prepare them. Do you know who prepared them?
I saw it for the first time when I came here, I believe yesterday is when I saw it. And I don't know who prepared it.
So you did not take it to the Registrar General for registration?
Absolutely not.
When you signed, engrossed it, what did you do with the documents that you engrossed?
I just handed it to the person who came to me and said he was going to take the documents to State House.
Do you have any connection to Kairaba Beach Hotel?
Absolutely none.
Did you prepare an assignment, any other document in relation to the Kairaba Beach Hotel?
No.
That's all I have for the witness.
Thank you.
Can I have the documents back, please?
Yes, please.
Question on the Kairaba Hotel, the sale agreement that you're talking about. We're just trying to understand why were you selected to sign the last page, as you said, of the document? Why you of all people? What was the, I guess, rationale?
Madam, I wish I could answer, but definitely I do not know. This is the honest truth. I do not know why I was selected to sign the endorsement on this conveyance.
So in what capacity did you sign? You sign as what?
Well,
A witness?
Normally-
Endorser? In what capacity did
Yes.
they come to you?
normally, when a lawyer signs a conveyance, he will sign as conveyancer. But if one looks at the document, it said legal practitioner. If I had prepared that conveyance, I would have endorsed it as conveyancer and not just legal practitioner simply.
Okay.
But that was a document that was prepared and presented to me.
But you signed it
Yes, I did. I signed it.
looking at the document, it said legal practitioner.
Yes.
Did you suggest to them to change it to
I-
conveyancer?
They prepared their document and asked me to sign it and give it to them immediately. It's going back to State House.
No, okay, I know it's a past event. I'm just trying to understand whether putting legal practitioner versus conveyancer makes it invalid. Or
Well,
the title doesn't matter.
It does not invalidate it.
I'm sorry?
It does not invalidate the document.
It's just the wrong title.
Well, it's not the normal or usual way of doing things, but it does not invalidate the documents at all.
Sorry,
A legal practitioner is still could
Counsel,
still be a
you want to help?
conveyancer.
I just wanted to explain that it's a sale agreement. It's not a conveyance, so he couldn't have put conveyancer. It's just a sale agreement.
Well, at the time, I couldn't have discerned whether it was a conveyance or a sale agreement. I simply complied with what I was asked to do, and I did just that.
What we're still unclear about is why they ran to you. When you run to a lawyer, you go there as something in a certain capacity. So if you just put legal practitioner,
Well,
and you put it there, you were signing in their favor or just signing as somebody representing the state. In other words, that signature of yours, what did it stand for?
purportedly, as somebody who prepared the main document, mean that whether sale agreement or conveyance. But in reality, I did not prepare any of those documents. I was simply asked to endorse a document that was prepared and placed before me to sign and to be taken back to State House quickly.
Thank you.
And if I may please add, I'm again stating here with all the emphasis at my command and as truthfully as possible, I did not meet any of the parties or their representatives, and I did not receive any form of emolument. Nothing, absolutely. From the day I signed those documents as endorsements, I never saw them again.
So, quick one. Did you work for them in the past? Was that the first time they were coming for you for signature?
That was the very first and only time.
Out of the blue, they came to you. No past relationship, no business connection.
Well, if you say past relation, I must say at the material time, I was a supporter of the APRC party.
No, that's the party. I'm
That's
talking
the
about legal business relation.
Absolutely none.
All right. Thank you.
I have no further questions.
Very well, Mr. Gomez, you may leave.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Commissioners, I recall the Gamtel group, if I may describe them as such, Sidi Jadama, Sidi Saho, Isaac Mendy, and Omar M. Sisi. be reminded of their oaths.
Gentlemen, good morning. Please be reminded that you are still on the oath.
The four of you are present. That's Sidi Jadama, Omar Sisse, Isaac Mendy, and Modu Nying. Modu Nying and Isaac Mendy. Yesterday, I did not apply to have admitted the documents that you produced. Before I apply to have the documents admitted, I'd just like you to explain some of them. There is a document which is a plan, it seems, it says phase 1, and it has MGI at the bottom. 3 pages. I'd like you to explain, what is this document? Mr. Modu Nying is explaining. I'd also like you to, there's a confirmation letter MGI on MGI letterhead, and it has the stamp of Multimedia Gateway Incorporation at the bottom. Okay, these are all MGI documents. Give it to him. And try to be as succinct as possible. The third gentleman, Modu Nying. What is that implementation plan and where does it come from?
Okay.
Who's speaking? Mendy.
Yeah, Mendy.
Give your name, please, for the record.
I'm Ezel Mendy.
Yes.
Yeah, this phase plan, before MGI came, this was the plan of how we were going to operate with them. Phase 1, according to them, like phase 1.
You don't have to give us the contents. You said, what is the plan? When MGI came, this is the plan.
Yeah, this is the plan.
As to how they were going to implement the project.
Yeah.
Is this the plan that was executed?
Yeah, no, it was never executed, but like this was the formal plan that was brought to GAMTEL, that this is how it is going to be. Because like with GAMTEL, it was going to be a 6 months duration. The first 3 months was to be a training and a work together.
Speak up.
It was going to be a training and a work together between GAMTEL and MGI. The second 3 months was going to be a 50-50% work between MGI and MGI.
So you'd share the load?
Yeah, we will share the load.
Yeah.
And like after that, MGI was going back and GAMTEL was going to man the international gateway fully. They were only going to come back to GAMTEL if we need any technical support from them.
Okay. So this was going to be a transfer of capacity?
Yeah, transfer of capacity.
Program?
Yeah.
You work with them at the beginning, then you carry part of the load, then they withdraw and allow you to...
And allow us to take over.
To operate the gateway. I understand. So that didn't happen?
No, it never happened.
Yes. Instead,
MGI was doing everything.
Instead, MGI?
MGI was doing the whole lot of work.
Okay. Thank you. I think we explained. We understand. The other documents from relating to MGI. Give your name.
My name is Modu Nying. This is the document, the staff handbook, that indicate that Multimedia Gateway have an office at the ACE landing station.
I see, okay.
And these
But they call themselves MGI, using the same letters as MGI Swiss.
Yes, using the same logo and the same credential as MGI Swiss. There is no difference.
Who was heading the MGI team there? Was it Ms. Balajase or he had somebody else?
The head of the MGI team that was stationed at the landing station was Aminata Sanya.
Was?
Aminata Sanya.
Aminata Sanya.
Yes.
What was her title?
There are some letters where she addressed on the letters there, she always addressed herself as the country director.
Country director.
Yes, but at the same time, he was also the manager under the INMC, the International Network Management Center. She was the manager.
So you brought those documents to show the commission that they had a presence there.
They had a presence,
And these
yes.
are some of the documents they have.
Some of
Put
the
it
documents.
together.
And then this is the last one. Was the agreement, the policy that they brought to us to sign, that we will not enter with our mobile phones, our laptops, flash drive, etc. and etc. Under the INMC.
Okay, what you were saying yesterday, that
Yes,
your
yes.
access was restricted.
Yes.
Looking at the document, it seems on the face of it, okay, don't enter with your laptop, don't enter with your
No, we
UPS
just,
and so on.
we
It
just,
looks like, just let me, somebody looking at it might say, well, this is reasonable. We don't want you to come in with all these. You might copy something. You might interfere with the system. What would you say to that?
I will object to that because we have been manning the station for the past 9 years. We have worked with all the gateway keepers, and this never has been a policy. Yeah.
All right, I'm trying to understand. Put the documents together, and I will have them. Now, you have also provided what looks like an extract. Can you give it? Can I have that lot and give him this? That's a photocopy of a book, it seems. That's a photocopy of what?
It's a photocopy of a logbook.
What is the logbook?
It is stationed. This is the logbook of the backhaul room at the landing station.
At
the landing station.
At the landing station.
So
That's
where
the ACE landing station.
where some of their equipments are, and including the DPI project, was implemented in this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
and
I try.
These logbooks indicate that they have staffs that comes daily to do the health check under these equipments. And we also have another logbook that had the name of the engineers, the technicians that were working under them, under the same complex, with the name of their cleaners and some of their staffs.
So when Adam Ajame says he doesn't know multimedia, Gateway Incorporated.
Pardon?
I think Mr. Jame said he didn't know them. You are producing this to show that they had a substantive presence at the ACE landing station.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me have all the documents and the logbook. You want the logbook back?
Yes. Yeah, we want it back because it's still.
So what you want to tender is the extract from the logbook.
Yeah, the extract.
Sorry, you have two logbooks or one?
Yeah, this is the original logbook of their staff, specifically for the staffs under MGI, who were stationed at the cable station.
This extract, where is it from?
This extract is from this book, from the logbook, left in the backhaul room where the equipments are.
So what is the difference between that one and this one?
This one, it is for whoever is walking through in the equipment room. You must sign in your credentials so that we can know what was your purpose in that room.
Who keeps the logbook?
We keep the logbook at the logbook is stationed at the office at the backhaul room.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other one is with where?
This other one, it was specifically made for them at the security.
Only for MGI?
For MGI staff at the security room. Whenever they came in the morning, they would sign on this book.
Who keeps that logbook?
It's kept by the securities at the landing station.
You have access to it, all of you?
Yes.
That's why you were able to bring it?
Yeah.
So now...
Objection, Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, I don't know whether my learned friend is cross-examining or because she's definitely asking leading questions.
I didn't get the last sentence.
I said my learned friend is definitely asking leading questions to the witness, and she's not cross-examining. Yes, I'd be grateful if he can, if she can just ask normal questions which are not leading questions, please. With all due respect, thank you.
Yes, what do you have to say?
Mr. Chairman, this is a commission of inquiry, and I'm the counsel assisting the commission. The rules of evidence do not apply, and it is clear from strictly, and it's clear from the Commissions of Inquiry Act that I can ask leading questions.
Well, counsel will try as much as possible not to come up with leading questions.
I'm grateful, Mr. Chairman.
Under the circumstances.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Grateful.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The log you were explaining that that is kept again at the landing station.
Yeah. At the landing station, we have different departments. We have the International Operation Department. We have a GAMCEL team that is stationed there. We have the GSC, the Gambia Submarines team also that are stationed there. So at the security, each section has their own logbook. As for GAMTEL staff, we also have our logbook where we log when we come in the morning.
Okay. So this was the MGI logbook?
This was specifically for MGI logbook where they clock in and clock out.
All right. Do you need that logbook back?
We need both of them back. If you could have a copy of it. And
you have copied the relevant pages for
yes.
One of them?
Yeah, for one of them, yes.
I'll apply to have that page admitted. Since you're the one talking, just endorse, maybe all of you should endorse the bottom. I'll give it back to you and put the date. The other one we will have to copy and return. But we need to identify the pages that are relevant. Can you do that? Is it the whole book that is relevant?
It is the whole book, yeah.
All right, that's fine. I'll apply to tender it and apply to have copies made and returned to you. Can I have the logbooks, please? Before I apply, there's an issue I'd like you to clarify. The projects that MGI implemented, there's a project called the DPI. And we understand that this project was implemented, at least from the evidence given by Mr. Jassy, by AFAM. Do you know the DPI project?
Yes, I'm aware of the DPI project.
The DPI was installed at the...
It was installed at the landing station at the same backhaul room I just mentioned.
Okay. Who installed it?
As far as we know, It was the MGI team in Zurich and the team in the Gambia, MGI team, Multimedia Gateway team, and with the help of two Gamtel staff at the initial stage.
Do you know AFAM?
We never heard of AFAM, and it is not in the logbooks.
What other projects were implemented by MGI?
Apart from the DPI.
The DPI?
Yeah, they installed the teleswitch, both Serekunda Exchange at the one at Abuko Art Station.
Mr. Chairman, may I apply to have admitted two statements made by these witnesses? One on the capacity development on Cisco and other systems, and the other one on the International Operation Department, together with documents attached to the statements that they have explained. I also would like to have admitted two logbooks. The first logbook is MGI staff, called MGI staff. I'm applying to have it copied. And the original return to Gamtel. As the second logbook is called Backhaul Room Logbook, Gambia Cable Station ACE. Copies have been made from the logbook. I would like to apply to have the photocopies, the logbook admitted, and then the copies substituted for the original, so that the logbook can be returned to Gamtel.
Can you show Council Mike? can't hear you.
Mr. Chairman, no objection.
Very well.
Thank you.
Destiny, we are returning this so you can date it. There's just signatures. Yeah, this one has it.
on Cisco. It should form part of the bundle. I'll just ask them to identify it so it should form part of the bundle. I'll show it to council. It's a statement together with documents relating to the Cisco system. You submitted that document, those documents to investigators?
Sorry, there is one document missing. That was email correspondence.
Is it an email between Mark Omar and Cisse at the top?
Yes.
Okay, show me. Can you show the documents to council, please? It's dated already and signed. Just put them together and give it back to me. It's dated already. what are you doing? You're signing one of the documents. Show counsel. Show counsel. Counsel Mr. Mbaye.
Mr. Chairman. Sorry. No, where is it going? Mr. Chairman, yes, I don't have an objection with the admissibility of the other documents except the one that has the Cisco logo, an agreement which is neither dated nor signed by the parties.
Well, hold it.
Sorry,
We'll just hold it. Let's. Cannot come together now. Additional information by the Gamtel Group of Witnesses dated 20th July 2018, re MGI Mobicel Blue Multimedia Gateway Incorporation and Gamtel Gateway Operations. Admitted mark SC119A. Additional information by another Gamtel group of employees dated 12 September 2018 pertaining to Gamtel Gateway Management Multimedia Group Incorporation, MGI in brackets, and Movicel Company. Admitted mark SC119B. Gamtel Back Hall Room Log Book, Gambia Cable Station for the period 1st January 2016 to 8th September 2018. Admitted mark SC119C. MGI Staff Logbook for the period 25th July 2016 to 10th July 2017. Admitted mark SC119D. Now we can hear you. Council
Mr. Chairman, I have an objection to the admissibility of this document.
Okay.
The document.
May we have the? Let's have a look at the document.
Yes, I don't have an objection with the admissibility of this one, of these documents. But this one, I have an objection to it. This one. The agreement.
Not an agreement. Well, anyway, show.
That is being.
I believe the objection is to the Cisco terms of sale. It is not an agreement. It is not an agreement. They're just the Cisco standard terms of sale.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, I'm grateful, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this document is neither dated nor signed by any representative of Cisco or even Gamtel, for that matter. This document was just signed this morning, as it was dated the 12th day of September 2018. That cannot verify the authenticity of this document. Secondly, Mr. Chairman, these witnesses are not the makers of this document, as they said that it's coming from Cisco. There is no stamp from Cisco. There is no signature, nothing whatsoever to show that this document came from Cisco. So it will be extremely unsafe for the Commission to admit, in my opinion, to admit this document. And I humbly apply to this honorable, to this Commission to reject this document.
Can you pass it on?
Retired to lead counsel. Yes, counsel, what do you have to say?
Mr. Chairman, I believe the objection is misconceived. This document, these witnesses are not purporting to have this document admitted as a document prepared by themselves. They produced this document to support their testimony to the effect that Cisco is a proprietary vendor, and it has its terms and conditions of sale. The document does not purport to be an agreement which has to be signed by, it doesn't have any parties, it's just a standard template of Cisco terms of sale and software license agreement called EMEA, Terms of Sale and Software License Agreement. The witnesses endorsed it to show that they produced it and nothing else. They are not representing that they prepared the document. The document is just being produced to support their testimony as to how Cisco operates. It is relevant, and as we know, and it's tried, that the test of admissibility is relevant, and therefore we urge the Commission to overrule the objection and admit the document to support the testimony that has already been given.
Bring me the document, please. I have examined this document, and I will read just a couple of lines. These terms of sale and software license agreement, hereafter called terms of sale, are entered into by and between the Cisco entity described in the following paragraphs, Cisco, and you, customer, for products and services. Now, that alone shows that this is a standard form of contract, because the document makes reference to you, Y-O-U. There is no name whatsoever here, and I do not see Gamtel or any other company or person being named as the counterparty. Therefore, to me, it is very clear that this is a standard form of contract. Now, the witnesses have stated in their own words that they got hold of this document. And since it is not meant to prove that this was the agreement entered into between Cisco and Gamtel, the objection really cannot stand, and it is overruled.
Chairman. Ibrahim.
and then we will rise after this. Okay. Gamtel Group Technical Report dated 20th July 2018 concerning Gamtel, Mobicel, MGI, and Multimedia Gateway Incorporation, and the system called Cisco Unified Communication Manager, CUCM, plus supporting technical documents admitted mark SC 120A. Cisco Standard Form for Sales and Software License Agreement, admitted mark SC 120B. We'll have a break. We'll be back in 15 minutes.
Extra Bonanza.
Extra Bonanza.
20 major winners every 20th from February to July.
Comium 2020. Recharge $100 credit or more to be one of the 20 lucky winners. Every month, 20 winners.
15 winners will get rice, sugar, and cooking oil. There will also be a winner for a refrigerator, win flat screen TV, win a generator, win a motorbike, or an iPhone 6.
Comium Extra Bonanza. Draw starts 20th of every month. Live on GRTS and Paradise FM. Comium 2020.
Terms and conditions apply.
Comium. We are better together.
Moro mbijando bakandro
ko ngalla janna kibaro moy kalka sola bagaso wafu
ka fontelle ko sola enterprise fo fendi nabe dendi sola la fannala la sola la bundal ndella ko do ko ke mole janka sola joran kendo natala dum min nata na ko fanandiya birin gambe jam fo gambe e bantala nga bagasol samba be ton ka do ku kendo be ke mo be ninga do ko ke momo ndi en ka sanji kilin garantie dilale nyin kama ko la do ko lanno si waran ni tema
bagasi falle
bagaso min bijay fofe nabe dendi sola la bundala la sola la fannala a bagaso sifa be bijay latini nan pumping system ndella fanan ko ke mole min be dendi na ko ni dandan ni kordalla ka diodi alla nin ka lampo fanan se ka dialla wo pompin wolbe den nin gadinol nin ku kotan ni la jiko ni la fanga bela laytini wala dimbani ku kotan danno musola enterprise tin ko la kadi
fama musola
fo fembe den ni sola la hajo la janne be loro
wato tenta bul baga solta
adum fana be ku fula la leje bunda fula fana be mbulle fanga kabonan dami anin dula ba fula safonya America ni Europe na fanga kabana wolta dum doron no moto min ka fenkendol na te sola la baga sol kana te nyimbanko kanja
abanta baga soltani
ngata
Farm Fresh Farm Fresh li marché bu nga xamne la ñun ñepp ko yor képp ku am téléphone am internet rek mun nga fa jëndé ak www.farmfresh.gm mun nga fa tane jënd lepp li nga bëgg ya xam nduga bi lu munti doon jën nen la légume la ganar la lepp lu munti doon Farm Fresh buñ la musa jaay dara lu lax lepp luñ la jaay rek lu fresh la may doon té li yépp nak ci biir réew mi lañ koy liggéeyé li dara gën ko neex mun nga jënd saa yu la neexé ak fo munti nekk ñu indi la ko ba sa buntu kër ci njëg bu gëna yomb képp ko bëgg joko ak ñun 8906 592 wala 677 602